Even then, as a small kid in a dusty town, I knew I would make it. Ambition was in my bones. So, when an international suitor came knocking, I changed my name and hung my hat on one of the most successful marketing slogans of all time. I was bold and pioneering. You wanted a car, you rented it from me. Of course, others vied for your attention, but I always made your day, all dressed up in red and trying harder to please. Life became a non-stop adventure of airports and city lights, and before long I was making a name for myself across the subcontinent and even on the JSE. With the new millennium, Barlow World spotted my potential, took me off the JSE and welcomed me under their automotive wing, where I immediately enjoyed growth and progress. How I loved those years, way out front with opportunity at my elbow and my foot hard on the gas. Cars grew to vans, vans to trucks, and soon I was painting every town red with a total transport solution from long-term leasing to coach charter and everything in between. I made renting flexible and hassle-free with worldwide reservations via the internet, all my 24-hour call center, and all services billed on one account. No coincidence I led the industry with an average market share just under 40% for 4 decades. It all comes down to one simple act: exceeding customer expectations at every interface. And exceed them I do, because I know for a fact that people matter most. So at the turn of the century, I took trying harder one step further by introducing an internal promise that people would always be more important than cars. You see, it's not vehicles that define me, but people. Bright, passionate men and women with smiles on their faces and fire in their bellies, whose desire to serve knows no bounds. They are what sets me apart. And every day I nurture them and remunerate above the industry average, investing in their development, empowering their futures, aligning their values with those I hold most dear. In return, they deliver the kind of service my customers dream of. I know because I ask 3,500 of them every month, and it warms my heart when they rate me over 90% for all-round service levels. As a market leader, I stand tall, but I've learned that with leadership comes responsibility. So I turned my attention to the environment and made it my mission to reduce my negative impact on it. Empowered with knowledge, I use less water and recycle more, saving almost 100 million litres every year. I shrank my carbon footprint by reducing electricity consumption and offsetting my remaining greenhouse gas emissions to become South Africa's first carbon-neutral accredited company. I challenge my people to make a difference by managing waste and energy. Once again, I have become a pioneer and a powerful voice for change. I know my place in the world and in my community. My social conscience has deep roots and a legacy that reaches forward across the decades. Every day I cherish the joy my investment brings. My journey has been a glorious one, an inspiring one, twisting and turning through 4 decades of challenge and opportunity. And today that small-town kid has come of age, acknowledged by peers, celebrated by society. And still I push boundaries, always innovating, always setting the standard for others to follow. My branch network is the largest and includes the Gautrain stations. My fleet is the biggest, with the latest and freshest vehicles. My quality, safety and service standards are the highest in the industry. My offering spans the spectrum, with rental rates among the most competitive. I use cutting-edge technology and lead in the digital space. Most important, my people set me apart. Behind, a road well traveled. Ahead, a highway, open and uncharted. Hand on the wheel, foot on the pedal. It's mine to claim, mine to conquer.